So, welcome back guys to a brand new video. Now today, I have got some big information for you guys to do with Ark 2. Now, I've been waiting to get some information on this for a long time because PlayStation players, you are going to be very happy, and I'm going to be sharing with you all this information that you guys need to know. Now, one big thing, which is such an iconic part of the video at the moment, is the socks are back. Now, the weather is getting a lot better in the UK now, so hopefully the socks won't always make an appearance in the videos. But it is getting there. But for now, the socks are back in the videos. So anyway, if you guys do enjoy the videos and you enjoy the socks in the background, even though it's nothing to do with Ark 2, maybe I'll get some Ark 2 socks in the future. Smash that like button. Let's try and go for over 700 likes on today's video. It means so much to me when we smash those targets. Subscribe if you're new around here, as we're on the road to 200k. And let's just get in with the video, guys, because there's lots to talk about today, especially for PlayStation players. And the reason why I keep mentioning that is because you guys would have known, if you've seen the Ark 2 information before, they said that Ark 2 was an Xbox exclusive and PC. So, what is Ark 2's release date? That's the main thing. No one really knows the exact release date for it so far, but while we don't have a specific release date, we've been given a rough 2022 Ark 2 release date window. Microsoft is yet to clarify whether it's the full launch or it's an early access launch, since Ark 2 could follow the same release model as Ark Survival Evolved. The game first launched what back was the Xbox preview program in 2015 ahead of the full launch in 2017. So we don't know right now whether Wildcard are going to go in with the early access side of things again, or whether they're just going to go straight in with a big release. I think they've had 5 years of, 6 years coming up this year of like Ark 1, and it would be nice if they went straight in with the full launch. I know with early access is a lot easier for games because I just feel like obviously there can be like, if there's any big bugs, it's early access, and that's the thing they can say. But I just think it sounds a bit silly to release a game for Ark 1 and have the early access. That's fine, but then do Ark 2 early access. I don't know, it just doesn't sound right. But anyway, I wouldn't complain if they did that. It would just be better if it was released as a full thing. So, obviously, what will the Ark 2 platform's releases be? So, Ark 2 is an Xbox Series X exclusive, and obviously, it's going to be an exclusive launch. If things go the way they did with Survival Evolved, this will also include PC, but we already know that is 100% guaranteed now that it is coming to PC as well, and possibly Xbox Game Pass at launch. I don't think it'll be Xbox Game Pass, just because they're going to want to generate most sales straight away rather than the Game Pass, because Ark 2, a lot of people are going to be buying this game, before a PS5 version will eventually follow. Microsoft always points out that Ark 2 will be optimized for Xbox Series X. So we didn't actually know whether a PS5 version was even coming. There's been no information, no nothing. This obviously article was just saying, if it works the same as Ark 1 did, then a PlayStation version will follow eventually. And that's what happened in the end, but it took a long time. We didn't even know that this was going to be a thing with Ark 2. We had no information until Cedric, the lead community manager at Wildcard, responded with something new I'm using in my videos now, because I've wanted to be able to show you some GIFs. And with this now, I can actually have the GIFs recorded for you so you can understand exactly where he's coming across with this. And someone replied saying, when is Ark 2 coming out on PlayStation, boss? And Cedric replied with a GIF here of the eyebrows being raised with the smiley face, and that means that we probably will be finding out some information on PlayStation Ark 2 very, very soon. Now, if I were to be because obviously I've been in the Ark community for 5 or 6 years, this is massive news, by the way, because we didn't even know it was going to be coming in the first place. But if I were to follow with what's going to happen, they'll probably do a year, or it might only be 6 months, but most likely the model is usually a year, unless now from this tweet they're not going to do Xbox exclusive and it's going to come out on PlayStation at the same time. I don't think that'll happen, but we'll probably be looking at a year of the same, because that kind of was the same model last time. A year of console exclusive on Xbox and PC. So if you are a PlayStation player, you're gonna have to probably, and you want to play Ark on the first day, Ark 2 on the first day it comes out, then I'm probably gonna recommend buying a PC or an Xbox. But what will probably happen is a year of that, and then once the game's been out and everyone's seen it and people are enjoying it, they'll then eventually release it onto the PlayStation. It's sad that we have the console war and this is how it works, but still, I think it's big news to let us know now that, like, you know, with a little winky face, that PlayStation will get a release date very, very soon. But obviously, as it is said that it's going to be an exclusive console launch to Xbox, I can't see it coming for an extra year after that. So, PlayStation players, don't be afraid. It is coming now, but we just don't know when. And we don't even know the release date for 2022 Ark first. So, this is just big information to see. Now, the next thing is, will there be an Ark 2 story? So, it's not certain that Ark 2 will have a traditional storyline to follow as a multiplayer experience. ARK Survival Evolved did eventually add a lore for you to discover, which explained the island's sci-fi background, but you're welcome to ignore all of that and just make your own fun in the game. We don't expect Ark 2 to go full Final Fantasy XIV, but with the pivotal role of Vin Diesel played in the trailer, it's not far-fetched to assume that he's going to be around for more than just a marketing stunt. According to Microsoft, his character is named Santiago, and while the tribe he leads appears to be mostly eaten by the time the trailer wraps up, he clearly has a family to take care of, and maybe you will be able to complete quests with or for Santiago. In the trailer, obviously, Santiago also expertly takes on a group of blue humanoids with large teeth, and we'll also likely find out what exactly their deal is in the future. So what is Vin Diesel doing in Ark anyway? Now, I think I've mentioned this on my videos already. Vin Diesel has had over 1,000 hours of Ark. He's a massive fan of Ark. And it's not like they've wildcard have just like kind of said, oh, we need to get a big actor for this. He was just, he reported one of the bugs with the Ferox in Ark. And then the wildcard must have somehow found out it was Vin Diesel reporting it. And yeah, like, he's now become a part of the game. And as you can see, Vin Diesel will do more than just act in Ark 2 though. He is listed as Studio Wildcard's President of Creative Convergence. This is a mouthful of a title and is likely so they've just said this is a mouthful of a title and then dropped in the word okay, I can't even pronounce it. Of the two roles Vin Diesel fulfills for the studio. On one hand, he's the executive producer for Ark 2, but he also executive produced the upcoming Ark Animated Series. He understands the game a lot and providing direct feedback to the development process. Studio Wildcard says apparently that also involves logging bugs in Ark, and it's not clear how heavily involved he is with the game, but it's fair to say Vin Diesel is a game developer now. That is crazy when you think about it in a way. Now, the next two things one of them was actually, I wanted to talk about this one first, the Ark 2 gameplay. Oddly, we know very little about Ark 2 gameplay, but it will presumably follow the rough same structure as the gameplay in Ark Survival 1. Ark Survival Evolved 1. That means you'll start off with very limited resources, then hunt and tame dinosaurs to build up your inventory. You need to keep yourself fed and hydrated. You need to build shelters, set up farms. You can train new tames. You can find new blueprints to build even more effective gear. In short, it's a survival game with some light sci-fi trappings and dinosaurs. And if you've ever wondered how long you'd last if you got stranded in Jurassic Park, Ark 2 should give you a reasonable approximation. Since the Ark 2 trailer doesn't contain any gameplay, it's hard to say what differences to expect compared to Ark 1. The Xbox Wire post promises a brutal new world of primitive survival against both beast and man, facing down the ever-present threat of hyper-realistic, intelligent dinosaurs, and aggressive alien fauna, and the exotic environments of an unearthly planet. The hyper-realistic intelligent dinosaurs suggest some cunning enemy AI, although we'll have to wait and see whether it's a dramatic step up from the first Ark. If you simply can't wait to dive into dinosaurs, then obviously you can jump into Ark 1 first. So that is massive information there, guys. We're going to be having hyper-realistic intelligent dinosaurs. Is this going to mean the raptors, if they get announced for Ark 2, does this mean they're going to be a bit more like Jurassic Park? Are they going to be more intelligent? Are they going to hunt you down? The way they say here, against both beast and man, does that mean that we're going to be fighting against just online players, or are we going to be fighting against NPCs? We already know those new beast people with the big teeth are going to be something that isn't going to be, online players. It'll be NPC. But are we going to get even more NPC that are survivors themselves? This is big news, and I'm really looking forward to obviously seeing a little bit more about that. Now, moving away a little bit from Ark 2, there's something that you may want to just have a little bit of information about the animated series. This was obviously announced with Ark 2 as well, and will release exactly the same. Well, it probably won't release exactly the same time. It might, but it's been announced for 2022 as well. So, Studio Wildcard co-created and produced the series together with director Jay Olivia. The Batman: The Dark Knight Returns, which is huge. The animation studio behind the series is Lex and Otis, who are working on Army of the Dead of an Army of the Dead spin-off anime with Zack Snyder. Art composer Gareth will also write the music for the show. Not only that, but the animated series is also huge with loads of A-list actors, which you would have seen. Vin Diesel as Santiago, of course, but there's going to be Gerard Butler, Michelle, David Tennant, Russell Crowe, Carl Urban, Elliot Page, and many more. Some of you can already hear in the trailer. The Ark animated series will have 14 30-minute episodes, which is interesting, and will tell you an original story about or at least feature characters from Ark 2. This is the synopsis according to the official press release. The Ark, the animated series chronicles, is the story of a mysterious primeval land populated by dinosaurs and other extinct creatures, where people throughout human history have been resurrected when the 21st century Australian I knew that was going to happen. Paleontologist, we got it. Helena Walker awakes on the Ark after a tragedy. She must learn to survive and find new allies, or die again at the hands of the ruthless warlords, all while trying to uncover the true nature of the strange new world. So yeah, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be a lot of fun. Next year is going to be one of the best years Ark has ever had. And for me, someone that's done Ark content for so long, I can't even believe this is happening. And I really hope it does make Ark one of the biggest games in the world. And I really believe it could. Now, thank you very much for watching, guys. Smash that like button, subscribe if you're new around here, and I'll catch you in my next video very soon. See you guys later.